Millions of baby girls were unalived and aborted in China simply for being women. Trigger warning, what I'm about to share is devastating. It's a part of history that most people have never heard of. It's gonna be a heavy video, so be prepared. China's tradition of son preference goes back thousands of years. In China's final feudal empire, the Qing dynasty, unaliving baby girls became very common. There are even paintings documenting this horrific kind of behavior. When a newborn turned out to be a girl, some families would drown her in buckets of water. Some families would go to horrific extremes to get a son, unaliving the baby daughters in ways that I don't want to even describe here because it's too brutal. They believe this would terrify the girl spirits into being too afraid to be reborn into their family, so their next child could finally be a son. In the late Qing dynasty period, people start building baby dumping towers. Originally, this is for burying stillborn or deformed babies, but soon over 95% of the babies dumped here were healthy baby girls, and it got worse. They'd burn the baby bodies every few days to cover the smell. The towers were shaped like Buddhist pagodas in order to trap the spirits of these baby girls, preventing them from seeking vengeance. And fast forward to the one-child policy era, which is from late 70s to 2015. If you can only have one kid, majority of the families want a son. Countless baby girls were aborted or abandoned. They were thrown away on the streets or abandoned in the wild. And this caused huge gender imbalance in China. Even after gender scans were banned in 1994, today China still has 31 million more men than women. And even in this day and age, preference for son is still pretty common. I personally know someone who had 4 kids, 3 daughters, and the youngest is a son, of course. But between his third daughter and the youngest son, they aborted 3 more girls to finally have the precious son to carry the family's name, whatever that is. And I am not sharing this to cause any hate or troubles. I was born and raised in China. I love my country. I love my culture. But for me, as a Chinese woman, to heal this part of history is to finally face it. I was born during the one-child policy era. My parents, they never wanted a son. I'm very lucky to grow up in a loving, supportive, open-minded family. But many of my friends, they grew up in son preference family where their parents never respected them. And mind you, some of my friends, they went to top universities, they work in the top industries, they want to stay in the big cities to pursue their dreams, to pursue their careers. But all they heard from their parents is, why aren't you getting married? Why aren't you having kids? Even in this day and age, a woman wants to pursue her career and dream is still seen as a problem. Millions of Chinese women throughout history were denied the basic right to survive. My generation of women stand on their shoulders. We are privileged to go to school to chase our dreams. I think women worldwide, we all need to speak up, to live louder, to live for those women who were never given the chance.